All right, from left to right for North Greenville, we have starting pitcher Brody Fowler, head coach Landon Powell, catcher John Michael Fail, and relief pitcher Mike Rodriguez.
Landon, it's been a resilient day. You walked out of here with headed to the Super Regional. Can you give an opening statement, please?
Man, baseball's fun. That's all I can tell you. You know, it's fun. Sometimes even when you lose, but it's just an awesome game. And for us, this team, especially some of these veteran guys, they've been in that situation. It seems like every year, a couple different times, back against the wall. Got to win 2. We did it last year. Won the first game, lost to Lenore, had to win 2. And so they showed up today, and there was like a different energy about them, a different belief. I just can't explain it to you guys. The look in their eye, it was like there was no doubt. And Mount Olive's an incredible team, and they've had an incredible season. They play us about as good as anybody in the country plays us. And I love competing against them. And I hate that their season's over, but I'm proud of my guys for fighting through what they did, and we're ready to play some more ball.
John Michael, other than I stand with what he just said, you kind of said the same thing. You said you were looking forward to the matchup, and then had the loss last night and bounced back today. What was the mentality of the team, aside from what he's saying, just what led to that?
You know, we were excited to play these guys, and we knew it was going to be a dogfight. We say it every time we play them, because it always is. They've seen us 1,000 times, and we've seen them 1,000 times. So our mindset coming into it was, like he said, to bring the energy and to just have that never give up mentality that has got us here. And I'll tell you what, the 2 guys on the end right here, you can't say enough about them. Brody, you know, a freshman, by the way, going out there in that game and giving us what, 7 innings? I mean, that's unreal, and that's kind of the spark we needed. We needed somebody to step up on the mound like that, and then this guy doing what he always does. Well, I guess I'm on 6, but you know, but we had a mentality about us all day. Just never out of it, and you know, it's what got us here. So we're right there.
Brody, your mindset today. When you found out you were going to get the ball, obviously freshman, just a year ago, you were pitching in the state playoffs in high school and a little bit up here in NCAA regionals. When you found out you were going to get the bump as a true freshman, starting with your team, you guys backs up against the wall. What was your mindset once you found out?
I was just excited, honestly. I was ready. I felt that I had a really good chance to give our team a shot to win, a shot to beat that team that just beat us last night. And so I was really excited that Landon gave me the ball. And I've been in big situations before, and I feel like I'm a big game player. And I think tonight I went out there and did my thing.
100%. Yeah, I told him when he came out of the game, I learned something about him today. I kind of already knew it, but he's a big game player. He did that in high school multiple different times. You know, as winning the state championship last year with the ball in his hand. And once he got through those first couple innings, me and John Michael both looked at each other like, yeah, he's got it right now. We thought about leaving him in one more at the end there.
I did fight for it.
He was at 109 pitches. He was at 109 pitches, so we were ready to go. But heck of a job for a freshman.
Speaking of that, you meant going longer. Did you know it was that? Did you say I can go as long as you need me? Was that the plan? What was that like?
The plan was to keep going until I can, and next thing you know, my body just said no. And I called the OP over, and I was like, I can't. I'm cramping up, and that was it.
Later, can you expound on that?
Yeah, we were kind of. I mean, we kind of knew where the threshold would be, and you know, sometimes people go by pitch count. With Mike, he's been a starter and a closer. We were going more with like what he looked like and visual. He's got such a unique set of stuff. His breaking ball, fastball mix, and he's got a great changeup too. It's just so hard to hit. That's why he'll be playing pro baseball for the next probably 10 years of his life. But we've used him this year as a 1 or 2 inning guy, and to go stretch him out and get 5 or 6 out of him, 91 pitches. That's clutch, and he was a starter in junior college, so he's definitely pitched long in games before, but has not done it here in 2 years. But you talk about clutch performances by both Brody and him, shutting down Mount Olive, who was able to score a bunch of runs against us yesterday. That's what team baseball is about. That's why I think we're a good program. We got a lot of depth and a lot of guys that we can go to, and we were able to show that today.
I know you guys got a lot of pressure and spotlight expectations from last season winning. How do you guys keep the right focus, stay as a team with all the expectations and pressure? How do you stay humble and just...
I think some of that stuff wore off a couple months ago. I mean, early in the season, obviously, we're trying not to be complacent and make sure that the team knows that this year was not last year. This is a new team. Brody Fowler went on that team last year, and a lot of other guys in that dugout. So we want them to make their own story and write their own book. And I think a couple months ago that probably wore off. And when you get to this stage of the season, especially a day like today when your back's against the wall, and you got to win. Like, you're not thinking about anything except the next pitch. And I've tried to teach them to compete every pitch, every out, every inning, and isolate it like that. So I can promise you, none of us were ever thinking about last year the entire day today. This is a new team, and we're going to write a new story.
Now, Andrew Kaminsky, I'll talk about him a little bit. You inserted him into the lineup for Zach Zara today, and you rewarded you guys with 3 hits in game winner today. Speak to that, and what made you make the change there?
Yeah, I mean, he's played all year. He's been tremendous. He's not a guy that's a stranger to our lineup. He started last year, I think, against Lenore Ryan in the regional, got 3 hits in that game. So, we went back to the well there. Left field's been a little bit of a revolving door for us, just meaning like we're going with the hot hand all year long there. And AK's had some really big weeks and moments this year, and man, he showed up today and had another one. That was a huge spark for our lineup.
Landon, if you expand on Jalen Vasquez, made a lot of big plays defensively for you today, and also had a home run.
Yeah, he's a great player. It was really good. Let me tell you, it was really good to see him play in a big moment. That's something that I don't know if he's done yet in his career, and he's a great player, incredibly talented, and a good defender. I think the best 2 shortstops in our league were playing in this tournament this weekend. And but for him to actually get some big moments and big plays, big hits, and when it mattered most, that's going to be a great development thing for him. And I think it can help him take that next step to being a tremendous player.
We got a question from the audience right here.
How does the team feel about John Mike's are here, and how does John Mike feel?
Well, I know the team's proud of him because he's an incredible player, and not only is he the home run record holder and RBI record holder, but he's a winner, and that's more important than all that. Is that John Mike knows how to win, he knows how to lead his teammates, and you can see it all day long today. He was not going to lose. But I'll let you answer that question too.
Yeah, it's a very special feeling, and it's one that I'll cherish forever. But I also know the feeling of what it feels like to win a national championship, and I'd rather do that, every year than have the records.
You know what's crazy is earlier in the year, John Mike was struggling, going through a little slump, not getting a lot of hits or home runs, and he finally got to that point where he came to me and he's like, you know what? Who cares about the record? I don't care about the record. That's over with. I'm gonna win. And that moment is kind of when your season turned around. Next thing you know, he's the hottest player in the country right now. Maybe not in the last 2 games, but I mean, you just caught 18 innings. You caught, what'd you catch? 27 innings in the last 24 hours. So, huh? Well, yeah, it was the last 24 hours, 27 innings. That's a big deal, man. Good question, though. Thank you. You're adorable, by the way.
All right, well, we'll let you get there. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
We probably should have prefaced that for the audience.